Hi ladies, welcome to Glute Firm. This is a glute sculpting and shaping session with some hamstrings and quads also sprinkled in. You need to have an easy mini resistance band, a hard mini resistance band. I want you to put this hard one just above your knees right now. You're also going to have a heavy pair of dumbbells. Today I'm using 20-pound dumbbells. Then also have a backup 1 or 2 dumbbells so you can drop down to if and when you need it. So for me, that's 15 pounds. We're starting with side-to-side band walk to maximize your glute activation. Meet me in horse stance. Big step to the side, keeping tension on your band. Make your way across your space. So Ava here is the one responsible for cooking the omelets this morning, which I'm so proud of you. We've really been working on breaking eggs so she can break it and then quickly do the rainbow to get it over into the egg carton. And today she did phenomenal. She did 3 eggs. There's 1 little shell in there, which mommy fished out. But otherwise, she added the cheese, she added the ham, and we're working on, as if you're poking a fish in the, like ice fishing, she was able to scoop under with the spatula and flip it with a little bit of oversight. So I'm really proud of you, Eva. And some strawberries sprinkled in, huh? One more time, all the way down. Now meet me on your wall, Spider-Man fingertips. We're doing hip abduction. So heel is going to be a little bit away from the body, not perfectly in line. A little bit behind the body. And you can practice doing this as well. If you're a runner, I would love for you to practice this without holding on to anything. There's going to be a slight tilt to the side. Use your arms for balance. Find your focus point on the floor or the wall. But if you find your balance is just not there yet, there's no shame at all, and just fingertips on the wall. And 3, 2, 1. Same thing, other side. Do a little self-check right here. Make sure you're remembering that you're not directly in line with the body. Instead, your leg is a little bit back, and then abducting. I find that this enhances the glute burn. Eva, I believe the dollhouse items are in mommy's room on my bed in the bin still if you want to grab them. No, still eating. Okay, great. And 3, 2, 1. Take this mini resistance band off. We're going to do our boot stretches. Arms up overhead. Boot comes forward. Put your boot on. Lengthening the hamstrings. And all the way back, you're going to grab your heavy weight. 3, 2, 1. 1 heavy weight. Meet me on your couch or chair or bench, whatever you have access to. We're going into single leg hip thruster. So resting the weight on just one leg like this. Other leg is going to come up to the side, and we're hip thrusting. Position the dumbbells so that you're not digging into your pelvis. You can usually put it a little higher, a little lower. Now, if I had to narrow down the single most effective exercise for shaping my backside, this is it. It's the single leg hip thruster. So this is going to be a really challenging set because we're doing 5 sets on both legs today. Your glutes are going to be an absolute burnout, but that's where I'm trying to get you. 2, 1, and rest it out. Why don't you just put your glutes on the mat or on your floor, rest it out, and prepare for other side. And 5, 4, 3, 2, get propped up. 1, here we go. So a little bit of guidance on your back placement. You want to be at about the bottom of your sports bra is where you're intersecting your couch, bed, bench, whatever it is you're using today. So I want to talk to you about some symptoms. And if you feel like you may have some of these symptoms, maybe worth considering your magnesium intake. So if you've been feeling anxiety or depressed, rest, or just generally weaker or more tired than you used to be. If you feel tired all the time and you're having trouble, get ready for it, falling asleep at night. Opposite leg up. We're back on our original side. If you feel like your hair is kind of brittle and falls out more than it used to, if you feel brain fog, and just general mood disorders, moodier than you intend to be, and almost like it's a cyclic problem. If you have some intense chocolate cravings and they're consistent, like every day you kind of need chocolate, I really want you to consider if you could be deficient in magnesium in your diet. When you increase your magnesium, if you're someone who's magnesium deficient, switch sides, just get ready for it. We're gonna rest it out. You're gonna have an immediate benefit and boost in your performance potential. So give it a couple of weeks of adding the foods that I'm about to share with you into your diet, 1 to 2 weeks. Keep a little log in your daily planner. How are you feeling? Are you noticing a difference in any of these symptoms? If so, it very well could have been a magnesium deficiency for you. What I want you to add into your diet are avocados, almonds, cashews, seeds, I'm talking chia seeds, pumpkin seeds. These foods are going to increase your magnesium. And there's so many more out there, so you can do a little search for yourself. And magnesium affects 500 to 600 cellular functions. So it is going to impact your entire body for the better. Rest it out. So that was 2 of 5 total, okay? You're gonna start feeling really burny. Get ready for it. Prop it up here. And go. Think about getting this quad parallel with the floor. We're going to prevent hyperextension by not looking up at the ceiling. That way you can overarch your low back like this. Instead, when you keep your gaze forward, it's going to keep you in a nice neutral spine so that it stays a glute-specific exercise versus a low back exercise. Rest it out. So much excitement over here. And get ready for it. Here we go. What I don't recommend for you is if you heard these symptoms and you're like, Ash, that is me, especially the intense chocolate cravings and feeling like I'm moody in a cycle that I can't get out of, even though I want to, even though I've prayed about it, even though I seek forgiveness, and then I get into this funk or I just lash out at my husband or my kids again. Even if you feel like you have those symptoms really strongly, trouble sleeping, please don't take a magnesium supplement without talking to your doctor. Magnesium is a mineral that you can get too much of, especially if you take it in supplement form. Rest it out. Same goes for calcium and your fat-soluble vitamins. Talking about your vitamin A, D, K, and E. Switch. Keep this glute focused by ensuring that your heel is quite close to your tush, that it's not creeping away out here. That's going to quickly become a hamstring dominant move. Two, one, rest it out. Get ready for it. Here we go. Drive foot away from the floor. Want quad parallel, gazes forward. And then also consider readjusting your dumbbell. Is it digging into your pelvis in a way that's uncomfortable? Put it a little above the bone or a little bit below the bone. We're all shaped a bit differently. We have different widths of our pelvis, different angles. Women tend to have a wider, flatter pelvis. I can. Can you wait 10 seconds? Thanks. We're going to wait for that timer. You tell me when it's time. Okay. Tell me when it changes color. All right. Thank you for your patience and manners. Get ready for it, ladies. Here we go. Last round here. Remember, the most effective exercise, okay? So give me all of your effort. You're not getting complacent over there. You're not getting lazy. If anything, you can drop down to your lighter weight that you have available. Just don't quit. Whatever your top leg's doing, I don't really care about it. It's all about the lower leg. Whew. It's absolutely killer for me. Hope you're feeling the same. Get ready, prop yourself up there. Sports bra is in line with the back of your bench or your couch. As you fatigue, think about pushing away with the entire foot, not just the heels, but the midfoot and the balls of the toes as well. Not using your upper body or arms to support you. Grab your weights. 2 weights right now. I want you to crisscross them. Give me a narrow foot position. We're going into narrow sumo squats. Hips are hinged. They're staying hinged. Coming down low, up to 80%. Low and 80. Weights are going to come in line with your arches, the front of your weights. It's a hip hinge focused move. We did this earlier in firm training. However, this time it's heavier. Our 2 heavy weights today. And rest it out. Put those weights down. I want you to keep your position right where you are. Legs are fairly narrow, but providing enough space. And get into it. Overlap your weights. My hands overlap themselves too, so my hands look like this to hold onto my weights. Thumbs are crisscrossed on top. Your spine flat as a board, okay? You're hinging though at the hips, reaching glutes back, bending the knees secondary. Oh, bring it over here. That is gorgeous. Ava made these snowman cups with Riker yesterday, and they just turned out so good. I'm really proud of your creativity, how you and Riker did that together as a team. That's one good activity that my middle child and other middle child can do together. No arguing. Pick it up. I think it's important. I had to ask Riker at one point, what's something you do enjoy doing with Ava? And crafts is what it was. So that's something I really try to promote with those two. Who made those two? To Daddy when he gets home. Oh, that was so thoughtful. It came out amazing. I love the scarf too. So Riker made the example, and he was kind of the tutor, the teacher to Ava to coach her through it. And then he also made another one, so that's how we ended up with 3. Weights down. All right, ladies, I know this is getting challenging. I want you to push yourself. Look at this from one other angle. 2 more sets of this. Narrow sumo squats. Let's go. Remember, you're staying up to 90%. This is not you, okay? I'm not about to hurt your back today. Upper body and torso, stationary. Hinging hips, bending knees. The back of your dumbbell should be in line with your heels, or even surpassing your heels a little bit. Rest your weights down. Get after it, girl. Dig those eggs on. She's putting the egg on the fork. Admire this dedication. Get ready for it, ladies. Fingers under. Drive away from the mat. Instead of thinking standing up, I want you to think about pushing the floor away. Changes your perspective entirely. Okay, weights down. Grab your sip of water. I need your easy mini resistance band just above the knees. You're gonna have 2 heavy dumbbells. We're gonna be going into a squat and then diagonal squat. If you reach full fatigue, you're gonna put down 1 dumbbell on the spot and make it a goblet instead. Squat, back into diagonal. When you step back into diagonal, you're thinking about abducting the legs, spreading it away from the body. Again, it's going to increase glute activation. On the buzzer, we're going into single leg Romanian deadlift. So you're gonna be balancing. We're keeping the band on. It's gonna be an extra burning set. Here we go. You are not reaching the upper body down. You're bending and hinging at the hips, allowing the upper body to come forward, and reaching your back leg that's floating as far away from the mat as possible. Laurel, thank you for cleaning up after yourself. Ava, clean up after your plate, please. I could hear the bowl go from the counter and fall into the sink, but it made it. How high can you get that back leg away from the body? All right, squat, squat diagonal, squat, and diagonal. So something happened last night, which I like to call the cacophony. Cacophony is when an orchestra warms up, when you've got a guitar, piano, a violin, and a trumpet, all playing different tunes at different times, at different volumes. We're doing our balance single leg Romanian deadlift. And what happened is I allowed the kids to stay up a little bit later. They were all playing nicely on the trampoline. It was one of those magical moments that as a mom, you hope they don't see you. You hope no one comes and asks you for water. You just let them play, let them stay up a little bit late. Come bedtime, 30 minutes past their normal bedtime, I start feeling a little antsy, like a little selfish for my alone time for everybody to quickly get into bed. Switch legs. So our bedtime routine is underway. However, I can't find little Laurel's toothbrush because I'm a bad mom and I let her walk around the house with it as a teething toothbrush pretty often. Last time I saw it was on the kitchen floor. So for 5 minutes, I'm out of the bathroom. The other children are in there. I can hear them on the monitor. They're squabbling because Ava has had her step stool stolen again by Gavin. Gavin's upset. Here we're going to our squat. Diagonal step back. Gavin's upset because Riker didn't wash his spit out of the sink. And he always makes sure that he doesn't go last, that he doesn't have to put the cap on the toothbrush, on the toothpaste. So all of this is going on, different instruments, different volumes. Meanwhile, I finally find the toothbrush. It's jammed underneath the fridge. And get Laurel propped up on the sink. She's now digging her feet, single leg balance, into Gavin's chest and squirming away from me with her high-pitched squeal because she despises having her teeth brushed. All of this culminates in me asking Riker to let Ava have a turn to turn off the nightlight. He squirms his way on there and he turns off the nightlight right in front of her, bringing her to anger, into tears. This leads me to throw out my guilt as a mom, other side, and to toss all of the burdens and the blame onto Riker for his very minor, petty sin of disobedience, and punishing him verbally. And essentially, this alienates my child from the family because I'm blaming the entire situation on one child because of a simple act of disobedience that I want to highlight and make it the biggest deal when it's really not. All right, squat. This is our last set here, ladies. Diagonal. Squat. Diagonal. In fact, when I really look at the situation with a critical eye, I was quite responsible. I'm the one who didn't give them adequate time. I was the one who's rushing them. Mom was the one who was not accountable of the location of the toothbrush and perhaps getting Laurel ready a few minutes before the big kids said there could be enough space in their bathroom. And balance, here we go. Last time, give it everything you've got. Be mindful of your back here. This is when people tend to get hurt, is when they rush through. You're taking your time. You're practicing good form. Yes? To do painting? Yes, wait for me for about 1 minute, Ava. I'll tell you when. Can you sit on your mat or the couch? Same thing, other side. So instead, I needed to take personal responsibility and give a load of grace to my children, the same grace that Jesus offers us for all of our sins, and realize that the cacophony in this orchestra, it's going to happen from time to time as a mom with multiple children, especially if you have 2 or more children. You're going to experience this, and you essentially need to build up a little bit of noise-canceling earphone immunity. Put your weights down. I'm glad you got it on your own. Thank you for telling me. Take off your mini resistance band. As you build up that little bit of noise-canceling immunity, that doesn't mean don't listen to your children, but you need to have the grace in those earphones. Just be forgiving and understanding that they're children. They're probably overtired, which was my fault. So I apologized to Riker, asked him to please forgive me for mommy's harshness. We're going into jumping lunges. Here we go. Step into jumping lunges. Start with hands on hips. This is a little bit easier. If you want to take the plyometrics out of this, I want you to step back. Okay? Otherwise, back with me in jumping lunges. And on the buzzer, we're going into ankle grabbers. And I had to really say, hey, buddy, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make your minor disobedience, which was a disobedience, and I don't want you to keep doing that. When I tell Ava to do something, I mean, she does it. Don't repeat that behavior pattern. Ankle grabbers. But it's important that he knows he is not the individual responsible for that larger situation. So when you have your own cacophony in your bathroom, in your kitchen, as you're rushing out the door to get to a doctor's appointment or get to church, know that it happens here in the Keller household too. And in those moments, I like to think if Jesus were fathering or he were right here, right now, he would take a little pause, a breather, ask for patience, ask the perfectly heavenly Father for grace, and take responsibility for my own failures that perhaps brought out a little bit of that situation. Paintbrushes are in the back of the sink we sprayed them out last night, they're on the sink. Here we go, ankle grabbers, ladies. Ava, get your step stool. Mommy cleaned them out in the sink, and they're in the back part of the sink. Look carefully by the Berkey. Your gaze stays in line with your spine. So when your spine drops, gaze is forward. When glutes are up, gaze is back. Last one, jumping lunges, ladies. If you need a little bit of extra balance here, put your arms out at the sides like an airplane. As you go into your jumping lunge, you're landing softly. This is the last round of this, by the way. This is extremely intense. 8 seconds. Dig deep. You're here with me. You got firm 30 for a reason. You haven't quit yet, so don't quit now. Ankle grabbers. Perhaps you have a level of hamstring flexibility that only allows you to go right here, okay? Maybe you're staying in a bent knee position. I'm all for that. You're doing the best you can. And you are done. Meet me on the floor. We're going to stretch it out together. Keep left knee bent and lay down on your mat. Right foot is going to come up and hook over your bent left knee. Now grab the back of your hamstring, which is going to pull your inner arch closer to your chest. This is the most relaxing glute stretch. We're going to advance this and also take care of your lower spine as well. So this leg that is up, we're going to drop it down so that your heel and foot are going to plant down on the floor, keeping the shoulder blade down on your mat. Extend the arm. Hi, Laurel. You need help? Here you go. Bring this to Eva's room, please. I'm like, please don't squirt the acrylic paint out on the floor. Bring it to Ava's room. But no matter what, it's washable. I'll help you. Now, ladies, bring your knee back up to a pointy triangle. We're going into lane hamstring stretch. Here you go. Grab your foot. Opposite arm is the leg that's extended. Straighten out this leg. Once it's completely straight, maybe you're right here. That's fine. If you can grab your toes, even better. Toes are coming down towards the floor. Laurel, bring that to Ava's room. Bring the cap with you, please. Thank you. Inhale, and on the exhale, we're going to bring our leg a little bit closer to the face. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's repeat this on the other side. Right knee is pointy triangle. Left foot hooks over that knee. Grab the back of your hamstrings, gently pulling your arch towards your chest. As you pull a little bit closer, think about actually lifting your bottom up off the mat, just a centimeter. Now we're going to advance this. Bring the bottom of your foot over down to your mat or the carpet. Opposite arm is going to extend to the side. Ensure that your shoulder stays drilled into the floor. And pull your lower leg, that pointy triangle, a little bit higher up. And knee is driving towards the far wall. Don't allow the foot to be coming up off the floor. I want foot planted. And move into lion hamstring stretch. Keep your pointy knee up. We're going to extend this leg out. And grab the back of your calf. Work your arms up to grabbing the foot or the toes. Toes are coming down towards the floor. Locking out the knee. Inhale and blow out. As you blow out, we are going deeper into the stretch. A little bit of tremoring, I'm okay with that. If you start to get like sewing needle leg, you've gone too far, okay? We're not trying to pull a muscle. Your muscles are sensitive after you exercise and train as hard as you just did. Gentle stretch is key. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Congratulations. You did glutes firm. Oh, Laurel painted her fingers. That's a nice color blue though. I really like that. Okay, let's get some dish soap. You go clean your hands in the bathroom with soap. I am so proud of you and I hope that you have a fruitful rest of your day. Bye, ladies.